Yay! What's going on, brother? Yep, you're first. Come on in. I just gotta get this tablet set up. I turn it down. Howdy, howdy. Come on in, everybody. Now we got people rolling in. What's going on, JT? Yeah. What's up? What's up? Come on in. Afternoon, good afternoon. Alright, so as you see in the title that we're going to be doing, it's a candle holder. Let's get a few more people. We'll see if we can get a few more people to drop in. I didn't really share it out, so if you guys wouldn't mind going and sharing it out to the groups. I shared it to my Facebook page and a few people on my Messenger, but that's about it. Do. Yeah, you can't be spoiling it. Any surprises you send out, it's just called a surprise for a reason. You can't spoil that stuff. Alright, so for those of you that are here, I'm not going to throw this one in the fire yet because I'm still working on these other two that I had going in. Alright, so I'm just starting off. I just had some scrap rebar laying around. These are roughly 18 inches long. The three that I had, they already had the tips brought down onto them. I forgot what I was going to do with these, but for this, what I'm doing, right, it's going to be a little bit different. Yep, gotta love rebar, especially because it's cheap, right? It's super cheap, and you can do whatever. I know a lot of people don't like working with rebar, but hey, for me, I can get this stuff, feet of it for $1, right? And it's going out into a garden, so it is what it is, right? So what I'm gonna do with this is I am doing a really long, drawn out taper, so you can basically see, right? These were the same length, so I've already drawn this out like a good, 7 inches. And I'm also going to be doing like a little leaf on the ends of these. And going to be doing like a little curly Q. So there's going to be two that are identical, and then there's a third one that's a little bit different. Right? And what these are meant to do is that they're going to hold like a votive type candle. So more like the medium, smaller type candles. Okay? And I want to have these as more like a bracket that's going to hold on to a glass bottle, right? Like a beer bottle. So I've already cut, so I have these here and I've already cut them. And for those of you, if you've never cut a bottle, I'm going to show that as well, how I do it. And then we'll go from there. All right, so this is one of the smaller ones. All right, so I got two that are like this. Basically, it's just a little the bottom of a beer bottle. Basically just like this one, right? So I go through and then I score it, wrap some string around it that's soaked into some type of flammable liquid. I normally just use lighter fluid, heat it up really good, and then dump it down into my quench tank, and it will snap off right where you scored it. Right now you're probably asking, well, how do you score it? Right. So I've actually had this for a little while, and it's a bottle cutter. Right, there's many different types out there. This is just the one I use, and you put it in, you adjust it to wherever you want to cut. That goes into your bottle opener. Right, this part sits right up against the side of the bottle, and then your cutter just sits right in there. Right, and then you turn it, and you can probably, if I bring it in close enough, you can hear it, and it scores that bottle. Right, so you see how it scores it. You just do that all the way around the bottle, and normally you only have to score the glass once, but I've actually found that it's better to go around the bottle twice, and then depending on which side I'm wanting to keep, I'll wrap the string on the side that I'm wanting to keep right above the line, the score line, right? And then you light it on fire, it heats up the whole bottle, you dunk it, because sometimes the bottle will crack. Alright? And I'm gonna check some comments here in a second. Alright? So if you look at this one, I don't know if you can kind of see it, but there's a real small crack. I don't know if you can see it in this bottle or not. Yeah, there you go. So it's like a real fine crack on this bottle. Alright. I am going to use this still more just like a test piece to go through, because I do plan on giving this away. This is actually going to my neighbor. Alright. But I don't want to give away a piece that's broken. Alright. So this was actually the very first bottle that I had cut, and coming away with only just a little tiny chip like that, I was actually really happy. Alright, so let's see what you guys got. Let's see what we're talking about. Bob's in the house. What's going on, Bob? Tommy? Steve? Hello, hello. My kiddo's in the house. Everyone say hi, Bethan. We were actually just duoing. We were video chatting right before the show. So it's doing some good stuff. She lives up north with her mama. Gonna be coming down this summer. And she is reading off. She right now does a lot of like poems and what was it called? Remind me, kiddo. What was it called? The free speech, or I don't know. I forgot what you called it. But she's doing that in school, and some of her stuff is really, really good, really good. But yeah, well, it is Blacksmith Channel. Well, for those of you that noticed or didn't notice, okay, so yes, it is a Blacksmith Channel, but I've actually changed the name of this channel. It is still Ivey's Forge, okay, but instead of Ivey, singular, right, now it is Ivey's, plural, okay, and it is Ivey's Forge and Homestead. Alright, so everyone knows that I'm renting, and right now we're currently looking into buying a house, hopefully within the next few months. Right now I'm still waiting on my VA disability type stuff, the percentage to come back, that way I know exactly how much I'm getting for that. And then after that, we're actually going to look into getting a house. So it is going to be something smaller, and everyone is like, well, a homestead is normally on like acres and acres of land. Not necessarily. Okay, whenever we get to Texas in a few years, okay, like we're talking like probably around 3 years before we get to Texas, give or take. There we're going to get some land. Okay, as of right now, here in Virginia, we're still going to be getting a place in town, right? It's a smaller house, kind of like what we're in now. It's not a very big backyard or whatnot. But basically the homestead, right, is you're trying to do as much as you can without having to buy, right? So obviously I'm not going to be able to do like solar type stuff. I got that, right? I'm going to have to be on grid. I'm not going to be off grid homesteading here, right? I would like to be able to do that in Texas, but for right now I can't. But we are going to be doing the gardening. We are going to be doing a lot of other stuff. So I don't want to limit this channel, right? Because I like doing several different types of stuff. I don't only blacksmith, right? I'm also a woodworker. I like doing woodworking. We do art projects, right? So all these different things that we do, I want to be able to show on my channel, show it to y'all, okay? Because you guys are awesome, and I don't want to just limit the things that you come to see us do, right? It's only blacksmithing. So we are a real well-rounded family, and we love to do the stuff, and we want to be able to show it off. So that's why I've changed the name to Ivey's Forge and Homestead. Okay, so that is coming up in the near future. We are going to be showing a lot more content other than blacksmithing. So, and I'm going to put everything into playlists, right? So if you don't want to watch a cooking, like if we do something for cooking and you don't want to see that, okay, you can skip by it. That's fine. I don't mind. But there's other people that like watching cooking shows, right? Or they like watching cooking videos. If I do woodworking, not everybody wants to watch woodworking. So I'm going to put all that stuff into a playlist, right? That way you can go check it out as you want. If you only want to watch my blacksmith stuff, cool. I'm going to be doing that, all right? But that's where I'm going. That's where we're headed, okay? So not only me, I'm slowly getting Gladys to start joining in on this journey, okay? Right now, she's not camera shy. Trust me. She's not camera shy at all. But you know, there's still some of the things that, you know, I'm warming her up, and we'll get there, all right? So, we'll get there. All right, what else we got while my metal's still heating up? All right, Frank's in the house. Yep, family vlogs, most definitely. Lufe, what's going on, Lufe? Alright, Lufe is just passing in. That's cool. That's cool. At least you dropped in and said hi. Alright, so some of these, I'm actually still rounding up some of this little stem, if you want to call it a stem. Most of these I've already got done. I know how I get that I'll start working on a project during a live stream and then I don't get it done. So I've already started working on a couple of these. that way we can, that is in multiple stages of the project. Hopefully I can get one of them, at least one of them done. I think this one's ready where we can start knocking out this leaf. Yeah, that's a little toasty on my hand. So I had already taken the bigger section of this up to 16 sides, and now I'm just rolling it over, doing little light taps, just getting it rounded up. Yeah. Always start on the big side first, and then work your way down to the small side. All right, so like I was saying, right, is I I do plan on giving one of these to the neighbor. So since we've been here, like we really haven't, like we've communicated a couple times, but not really a whole lot. And whenever we go to move, because I know when I'm out here, a lot of times we don't have the door open, but a lot of times we will keep the door open when I'm not working. So I know I've been kind of a nuisance of a neighbor when it comes to blacksmithing type stuff. So I'm gonna give a little going away present type thing. Basically saying thanks for listening to all my crap as I go through, even though we don't talk a whole lot. Billy's in the house. What's going on, Billy? Pops is in the house. Yeah, it's coming in pretty good. Yeah, that beer. Getting there. I got a lot of white. A lot of white. All right, my baby's in the house. What's going on, love? Miss Gladys. Oh, Corey. Boy, retirement's loving it. I'm loving it. So I do work, right? I'm still a government contractor now. As of Friday? Last Friday was my official first day as a civilian. I no longer on terminal leave. I'm 100% officially retired as of last Friday. Okay. My job, awesome. I love it. Basically doing electronic type work on small craft. Small boats, little 7-meter ribs, 11-meter ribs, a couple other craft, watercraft that the Navy has contracted out, type stuff. Can't really go into a whole lot of detail on a lot of those things, but I'm an electrician. Okay, and that's basically all I do. I go in there, I fix boats as they need them to be fixed. That way they're safe to operate. They're able to go out and do stuff, and I love it. It's awesome. Thing with that though is Monday through Friday, by the time I get off work, especially now, right, come summertime I might get a little more daylight, to where by the time I come home I can't really get out here and forge. So Sundays is my only day to really get out here and do anything. Saturday is family time, right? So that's one of the reasons also why I've switched over the channel to the Ivey's Forge and Homestead, is even on Saturdays, if we're doing something together as a family, I can record it up, if it's something worth, showing off. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm only gonna get hairier. This is gonna come. I don't know. I told myself that I was in the military for 20 years and 24 days, and I don't plan on shaving for at least 20 years and 24 days. So we see how long it gets. All right. Alright, so let's knock this down to halfway. Back up. I get the 8 sides and get 16 sides. just do some of that little cleanup work when it's in this black heat. Right. Clean up some of those hammer marks. And I'll probably do the same thing I did to that one, which was a hot rasp. You know, just to clean it up a little bit. But I don't know. I kind of like leaving some of the hammer marks in it myself. I think it looks all right. I'm probably gonna have to switch to this because anyone and everyone that's ever done a live show knows that production slows down, right? Because you gotta be able to have time to chat, you gotta have time to be able to go communicate, right? So I'm trying not to burn my metal either. So let's go ahead and we'll get this one going. It's already starting to burn a little bit on that stem. And these will heat up really quick once you start thinning that out. Alright. So let me get this one cleaned up a little bit more. And then I'll set it off to the side while I'm working on that one. I want to get one of these finished up, so I'll get that one over there. Or actually, this one's a little bit further along, so we probably switch to this one. So. I just set that off to the side, that way I don't burn it. Let that heat up a little bit while we come chit chat. Corey's in church, so we still watch later. Sounds good. Yeah. Hey, I like ZZ Top, so it's definitely going to get long. I guarantee it. So. Yeah, the Fords will keep the beard trimmed. Yeah, probably. Oh, come now, babe. You're just because you're dorky like me doesn't mean you can't be on camera. See? Ask everyone. Everybody wants to see Miss Gladys in the video, right? Guarantee it. They're all going to say yes. So we'll get some stuff going. Yep, shaving's definitely not an option. Yeah, JT, I definitely love a beard band. Yeah, because right now it's just getting long enough I can start to grab it. But see, told you. Everyone said yep. Yeah, that'd be cool. So nice, I got my good old rasp. just run it over a little bit. It doesn't got to be perfectly 100% smooth. You know, it just cleans it up some. This is going to have a twist on it. Or this whole thing is going to be twisted because it's going to be going around a glass bottle. Just break off some of that scale on that. But it's soon to be a flower. Or not a flower, but a leaf. Bang. Can't even talk. Some beard bling. And baby, my eyes are already blue enough. I don't need anything in my beard to be blue either. See, even Dad agrees. Even he votes yes. So, it's gonna happen. Get some videos going. Some other stuff, because I do got. Because I told you I was working on this motor, right? So I am going to try to get a video. Because I'm still in the process of building my 2x72, right? Still got the motor for that. Then I'm rebuilding. I still got to get some bearings, whatnot. Get that going together. Like I've already taken it apart, cleaned it, repainted it. I mean, the paint job isn't the greatest, but still got to get that going. Oh yeah, I'm not asking you to come out here and blacksmith, silly. Just doing some of the other things. So yeah, woodworking. Obviously, I'm not able to do any type of woodworking here other than like in the garage. But our garage is so packed with other junk in there, right? It's not really set up for that. So once we get our own place, I definitely want to get a wood shop set up as well. So I've went out, like I think I've already posted onto Instagram. That I've already picked up the man, I am like scatterbrained right now. The 6-inch babe, help me out. the tool that is picked up. What's going on, Ben? Hope to show up. Yeah, that tool. Thank you're no help. I think we're here in a second. Anyway, I gotta get thingamajiggies. So I got it torn apart and gotta get it cleaned up. And I mean it's a 6-inch jointer. Dang, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. So I picked up, it's a 6-inch jointer, a Reliance, I believe. Not like the world's greatest, right? But it had some issues with it. Obviously, it was all rusted. Nothing's frozen on it, right? like all the bearings and everything are good. I believe the motor, I got to test out the motor because it looks like someone rewired it. So I'm probably gonna have to go through that thing like I've been doing this other one. But I definitely want to do some videos on that, right? Of getting this thing back up and running. So like I said, I'll be throwing all this stuff into their own playlist, right? So anything that involves woodworking, I'll put into a woodworking playlist. Anything that involves, you know, gardening or any of that stuff, I'll throw into its own separate playlist, right? All I ask you, right, is go out. If you haven't subscribed, ring the bell, get that notification, right? My bell just like Papa Texas. I love it. Go through, share it out. You know, definitely appreciate all of you. All right. So for most of you that are here, I know that you follow me a lot, right? Almost every single weekend that I can get on here live. Okay. So I did mention in church this morning and last night on Yamaz's and stuff that there was going to be a little bit of change. Okay. So yes, there is going to be some change. So got some good news, got some bad news, right? Who wants the good news and who wants the bad news? Which one do you want first? Steve's in the house. Thanks for stopping in, brother. All right, so bad news first. All right, I'm not going to be doing a live stream every single week. Okay. Yes, I know. Bad news, right? I am still going to be doing a live show. Okay, it's just not going to be every single week. So with that, like I said, for right now, right, we are still planning on moving. We are still doing this, and with my work and my schedule, the only day I get out here into the shop is on a Sunday. Okay. Being able to do some of my other videos that I'm trying to do, some of these other builds that I'm trying to do, some of these other things, right? It's really hard to do all that whenever I'm doing a live show every single week, weather permitting, right? It didn't rain at all day. I've been out here almost since this morning. It didn't even start sprinkling until 5 minutes before my show started, right? Right now it's sprinkling on and off. So it's kind of one of those things too. You know, I have kind of played it around the weather. Plus Sundays, I believe it's the second Sunday of every month, is also my guild meeting. All right, for the Blacksmith Guild. I would like to be able to go do that. So for right now, I'm planning on doing a live show on Sundays in this time slot, the last Sunday of every month. All right, so it's just going to be one live show a month. That is what it is. Okay. So yep, life happens. I'm taking care of it. Hopefully, whenever I move and I get into a little bit better shop, one that can be closed in, hopefully a little better, then I try to come in and do more live shows. Okay, because as I said, any one of you that are out there have done live shows knows that your production, the things that you're doing, is way slower, right? And I'm not able to go through and do some of these videos that I want to do, or some of these builds I want to do, because I'm not saying that, you know, I hate doing live shows. It's not that. You know, I love all y'all. You know, I'm glad that you come here and you want to watch me bang stuff with a hammer, right? That's cool. I love it. I want to be able to do other stuff too, and right now it's kind of hard to do that. Doing a live show every week, or trying to schedule around a live show every week. I know sometimes I haven't been up here doing them, but that's mainly because of the weather and just other stuff going on. Right? So that's bad news. Switching to one live show a month. Alright. Good news. Alright. The good news is, I've already touched on it, right? Is I'm gonna be providing a lot more videos. Okay? With me having more time to be able to do that, if you go back and you look at my video list, right? There's hardly any video content on there. It's all live shows. Okay? Because like I said, I just haven't had time to do it. So now I'm going to be able to have more videos. I'm going to be posting more videos. I'm going to be posting more content of stuff other than just blacksmithing. Okay, some of the things we like to do, whether it be an art project, whether it be a cooking something, whether it's a blacksmithing, woodworking, electronics, just whatever it is, right? So we're going to have a lot more stuff coming out to y'all, right? Because we love you. We really do. And we want to be able to provide that stuff for y'all, okay? So that's the good news. Hopefully once I get my shop, a better shop, not here, right? We can do a little bit more stuff, okay? So it's going back and forth, right? So yeah, you won't get a chance to see me as much live, but you're still going to get the content, okay? It's just not going to be live. That's cool. If we get an opportunity, like on a weekend or whatnot, and we can drop in and maybe do like a Q&A or something one weekend, then we'll do that. You know, we'll just play it by ear. But for right now, plan on my live shows only being once a month. All right. I think it's about time to start twisting this puppy up. Alright, so I'm not going to put any type of veining or anything into this. It's just going to be just that. Alright? So, and what we're going to do is, I got my little bending jiggers. Alright, got a little bending jig over here in the vise. We're going to get it bent up, and then I want to start off with more of a spiral, right? And it's going to open up into a bigger spiral to hold my cup, right? The little glass cup that I got from the bottle, right? And then obviously it's going to have the little piece that will stick off the leaf. Okay? So, and I'm going to go ahead and bend this leaf first, okay, because I want it to get like a little kind of curlicue on that. I might even come in and just clean up the stem just a little bit. I don't want it to get too small because I don't want it to break. Let me get this light plugged in. A little overcast, a little dark back up in here. Alright, what we got? What are we talking about? Thank you, Frank. Yep, if you don't mind, smush that like button, like that smush button. Bloopers. Yeah. Oh, I definitely plan on every single video that I post. Alright? And I'll shake on it that there'll be a blooper reel at the end. Alright? It's gonna happen. Because oh my word. I'm always is you get Gladys and I together, we're chuckleheads, right? We make each other laugh every single day. There's always something, and oh yeah, it's gonna come. There's gonna be some bloopers. going on, Mark? Welcome to the show, buddy. Daniel's in the house. Thanks for stopping in. And Craig, I don't think I said hi whenever you stopped in. Welcome to the show, buddy. Love to see you. Alright, so I pulled this out of the fire. Pulled this out of the fire and I wasn't ready to twist it. So let me get it. And I know I had. Babe, can you do me a quick favor? In the garage, in the toolbox, the big toolbox, I should have like a real long needle nose type pliers. If you can send those out to me, please. I really love you forever. David Britton in the house. Welcome to the show, buddy. Haven't seen you in a couple episodes, but I haven't been here either, so I guess that makes two of us. Pops is being awfully quiet. He must be watching the race. Got a new job? Sweet. I got a new job too. Just curled off that. And I gotta be careful with this because this is a grade 40 rebar, and I have broken it by putting it into the water to cool off an area to be able to hold it. So whenever I quench it, I try to quench it just long enough to not be red, and then it's still quite warm. Because if I quench it all the way off to cool enough to touch, and then I tap it, it shatters. Yeah, it's no bueno at all. Alright, Randy, you're out here. Appreciate you stopping in, brother. You probably can't see down the bottom. I've had an issue because everyone knows that this anvil is really light, and I mean, yeah, it still moves around. That was it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, cause I already got these. I'll just do this one. Thank you, love. She's still on. Well, she's still in her pajamas, so she's not gonna come get on video. Hey, it's Sunday. You're allowed to be lazy on Sunday. Alright, so I'll put that hammer. Yeah, because I don't know, I had some long stroke tongs, right? I so need to make some more tongs. Because all I got are these store-bought wolf jaw tongs for just everyday use tongs. I really need to make some more. So, I was in process the other day, right? I started going through just making some flat nibs. Yeah, they're ugly. All right, I still need to practice on this. 'Cause I really haven't done tongs, right? I mean, yeah, I've done these other two sets of tongs that were just meaty and beefy and ugly. You know, just not. I mean, like that. Look how ugly and crooked that is. So it's. I need to make tongs. I just need to go on a spree and just make tongs. I actually need to get that much further into the fire. I want to bend that. See, kind of open that up a little bit. Alright. Well, that's warming up. Done some cooking for the week. Oh yeah, I know all about that. That man's got to eat. I'm right there with you. Oh, yeah, like I was talking about my anvil. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So, yeah, it is not Harbor Freight, but Bobby, you do some awesome stuff on your Harbor Freight anvil. So, anyone says those things are junk, just go check out Bob's channel because you do some good stuff on that Harbor Freight anvil. So, yes, this is still a wrought, or not wrought, it's still cast iron anvil, right? It still moves a little bit, but I got this little plastic, right? It was that plastic top for the table. It's down here, and then I got some just little gutter straps, right? Just little gutter straps that I strap this down. That way, because anytime I go to use the horn, the whole thing would just start to turn, right? So finally, I strapped it down to the floor. Now it doesn't move at all. Yeah, it shakes. It does all the little rattle and rolling, but at least it doesn't turn. And just in that a little bit, I've noticed that it is a little bit more solid than what it was. So eventually I'll be able to get a real man's anvil one of these days. So nice, Dad's cooking. Oh, we got wolves in the party. Yep, they work. What's going on, Wayne? I'm doing good, brother. How you doing? Craig's got to run for a little bit, and he'll be right back. Nice to see you, Billy. What's going on, brother? How you doing? All right, let's go ahead and get this around. You can probably hear that it's starting to rain again. Like I said, it's going to start raining now that I'm doing the show. So, Let me move you. Oh, you're not out in the wet. Out in the weather. Don't need my phone getting all wet. If you start seeing this tarp bouncing up and down, just let me know. I'll try to see if I can't lower it down. Just gonna get an angled view of the anvil. So straight on, that's all right. Bill is working on his 2x72. Alright, so the last little bit that I've shown on like my Instagram, that's about all I've done. I haven't done anything else. So I've been trying to work on his motor. You know, the motor's in the garage, and I still gotta go get some bearings. But I got the frame. I still gotta put this onto some type of plate, right? Still gotta work out some details, but yeah, that's what I got going. So they'll get there one day. I know, right? I know, you guys saw. It's just dropping everywhere. I told you. I make it happen. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? My hammer. Alright, and I'm going to just get this start curling up. I just got to make sure that it will still fit in my forge. It's probably a lot easier with some type of bending jig, right? If I was going to make a lot of these, then I probably would do that. I would make some type of jig specifically for this. But as of right now, I'm only making 3, so I'm just going to do them all by hand. Yeah, got forge without forge, so I do that a lot. I drop everything. Wolf has bearings if I need some. I forgot there. It is a standard type of bearing. It's the bearings that go onto the rotor. Right, off the rotor to the stator. Those are the bearings I need, which I don't remember what they are right off the top of my head. But Wolf, get a hold of me just on Instagram or whatnot, or email me. It is ivy.forge@gmail.com, and be greatly appreciated. I mean, I don't mind paying for shipping, paying for bearings, because right now, like, I know I can order them online, and they're like $12 a piece, and then also getting them shipped to me. So yeah, treadmill batteries are awesome. Because for one, it's a DC motor, so the DC motor, you're able to control the speed on those a lot. If you're using AC motors, it's a lot harder to do that. Normally, you don't want to do any type of controlling of an AC motor, which the motor I have right now is AC, so I can't put it on variable control. But the RPM on it, I want to say it's 3,600. So as long as it's over 3,000 and you're just doing a single speed, you want it to be over 3,000 RPM. Right, and the one that I have, I want to say it's 3,600. I gotta relook at the plate. Right? Yeah. What's going on, Jones? Welcome to the show, buddy. Don't burn my jacket. I've done that several times too. I will twist something like that and I touch it to my jacket. Some of that still wasn't very rounded off that I noticed. Oh, rain, rain, go away. Now, we've had nothing but rain and rain and more rain and more rain. So, I mean, as you see, like, my shop is enclosed on three sides, and then I put this little tarp, right? If you look up, tarp up here. And for the most part, right? Bloober. That it does keep the rain out of my shop, but whenever, like, we get some really bad sideways rain, it does come in here, and then this whole thing is just mud and dirt, right? So, like, we had rain for 5 days straight, and this thing, and it was for last weekend, right? I didn't do a show last weekend because I come out here and my shop is just like mud everywhere, and I didn't want to be standing in mud. And it's still wet. Even today, it's just not soupy, right? It is a little more compacted, but it's still soft, right? And then I go into the house, and if I don't take my boots off, I go tracking dirt and mud into the house, and I get yelled at. All right? So, it is what it is. Come on, Hans. Welcome to the show, buddy. Mike just spent $400 on his refractory. Woo! Then you had to go buy a washer. That's how that stuff always works. Like you save up money to go buy something that you really want or need, and then or that you want, you go get it, and then bam, now you gotta go buy something you need. You're like, oh, darn it, right? Dude, yeah. Well, I would throw like if this is my property, I would end up throwing down like pea gravel or something in here, and I would have done this shop a little different. All right, but since I am renting, this is temporary. Everything that you see right now is temporary, including the dirt. So whenever I pull this shop out, I have to fix the yard. Right, I'm gonna have to get this to grow grass back. So I'm gonna have to get this raked out. You know, I'm probably gonna have to turn it over with a shovel a couple times, get it all fixed up, get all the trash and stuff out here, and then put some more grass seed down or some more sod. Cause I do have to fix this whenever I leave. All right, so it's all temporary. It's all temporary. The only thing that we did in this yard that we're keeping here is the deck. Right, we did build a little wooden deck, right, to be able to put the kids' stuff on. Like, you want to see? So that little deck over there, that's staying. But other than that, this whole thing's coming with me, right? Dude. Woo. All right, so this is I'm trying to spiral it. It's not spiraling very well. Dad's been getting some rain and snow. Man. Rain and snow out in Hills, California. Oh, man. So, Hans, buddy, I know where you went this morning because I know you missed church. Are you willing to spread the news or what? Or are you going to do your own video? Unless you've already been put it out, you got it? Woo! Awesome. So I don't know if you already put that out, but I missed it. That's cool. Little giant. That's a 50 pound, right? You said it's a 50 pound little giant? That's awesome. Dude. Sweet. Cool. Production going through the roof. heat. More heat. So, I still need to do this woodwork project. David, if you're still here, David Britton, right? It is a long while back now. I talked about that. I needed a new blower for my forge, right? Because this one is still just at 50 CFM. I love David to death. He ended up sending me a 150 CFM fan, right? Well, that fan, it came into a plastic fan housing, and lo and behold, right? I said I dropped stuff. I did. I dropped it and it broke. The motor and the fan are awesome, right? They still work. I still tested it. It's still good to go. Just the fan shroud housing, right, broke. I've even tried looking online to see if I can buy just another housing for it, and I couldn't. You got to buy the whole thing or not. So I'm gonna build one, right? I still got to do that. So that is a woodworking project, right? That's probably gonna be the first woodworking project that I need to get done, to build a new housing for that new 150 CFM fan to install on my forge. So, because right now this thing is cranked way down. Because if I go too high I can only go a max of 3 psi of gas, and then my needle valve here, I have to crank it down, right? Because if it gets blowing too much fuel in there, it backfires through this fan. And it's loud. It scares me. Sometimes I feel like I need to change my shorts. But I'm going to get it done. I still need to get that new thing done. And I constantly have to come over here and adjust it. Because I'll hear it settles down and then it'll pick up, and it settles down, picks up. And you've heard it a couple times on some of my live shows. You'll hear it backfire, and I hate it. So I need to get that fan shroud built for that other fan. Definitely not good for PTSD, and I'm glad I don't got it. So if I ever had someone coming to visit my shop that does, man, it's not gonna be a good day. That stuff is no joke. Hans is walking like a human tripod. Like, I guess it all depends on which way you hang, right? Which side's going to be stiffer? But that's cool. I'm glad you picked it up, brother. Yeah, can't wait to see it. 50-pound little giant. Obviously, I gotta get a much better shop before I can do any stuff like that. The press, power hammer, any of that. But that all comes in due time, right? All comes in due time. What do we say? Hour 10. I said, when I do this, I gotta make sure it fits back in my forge. I have to finagle it. Jeff will be right back. Alrighty. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to redo the floor, move some stuff around in the shop. Yeah, all y'all can keep that snow. You know, knock on wood. Here in Virginia, my area of Virginia, we haven't seen snow yet. So, but I know it for whatever reason likes to rear its head. Normally towards the end of February, but now we're into March, and sure enough, you know, spring's right around the corner. But we'll get stuck with snow. This state is retarded. I can't wait to get back south where I can be in a t-shirt. And yeah, no snow. And I will, like everyone has seen the video, right, of these belts. So I've talked to them a couple times. I'm still not sponsored yet. I'm still trying to get a sponsorship, right? The company's name is Anson Belt Company. My name's Anson, right? It's not really, these are more of a dress belt, right? They do have casual type belts, but it's still for people that are on suits and ties and stuff, right? I'm a blacksmith. I get dirty. So, I don't know. I love them. I still love the belt. I'm still gonna, you know, praise them. Every time I see stuff posted on Facebook, anytime I see it posted on Instagram, I immediately give it a heart, give it a like, give it a share. Yeah, I just love the product, right? It's awesome. So I'm still gonna throw it out there, even though, you know, I haven't got the sponsor or the help from them a little bit. This one I did get, right? They sent it to me free, and I told them that I'd throw out, you know, a shout. I did the video, and I'll do it again now. Go check them out, right? Anson Belt Company. All you gotta do is type in Anson Belt. They're cool. I like it. And if you check me out, you know, contact them. I still like to be sponsored. Got this thing all twisted up in there now. I couldn't get it out. Alright, so I'm just trying to basically curl this thing. Around the horn. Alright, let's get that little spiral going. I want to make sure that the cup will fit. You gotta have the back door open. We'll make sure your doors in the back is staying closed. Alright. Oh, Wayne, you're out of here, brother. Appreciate you stopping in. You even got to redo the whole power for that too. Wow, you're gonna have a big project ahead of you, but that's fun. You already got a sub panel, all that out in your shop, or what? I mean, if you already got a sub panel, it shouldn't be that bad. Not that hard. For sure, anything you don't know, you can call me or Yamez. They'll tell you basically anything you need to know about electricity. I'm not a licensed electrician, but I've done it for the last 20 years. Oh, here comes the rain. Back over here where you need to be. Yeah, I mean, my background with electronics, right, is not necessarily as an electrician, right. For the Navy, I was a fire controlman, right, and everyone's like, oh, you start fires, you put out fires. No, I'm a weapons technician. So, but still, for that, right, I had to go through basic, AC DC theory, working, but we were down more of like component level, right? Down to working with resistors and transistors and capacitors and inductance, all that good stuff. Fine detail. Working with circuit cards. Not necessarily doing a lot of like the big wiring, right? But I've worked anywhere from 5 volts down to 5 volts all the way up to 30,000 volts of electricity. Dealing with transformers and dealing with radars, anything like that. So that basically anything dealing with electricity, electronics, I've done. Right? And it's a lot different too on a ship, because when you're on a ship, it's not like on land, right? It's where you have a hot, a neutral, and a ground, right? No such thing as neutral on a ship. Basically, you got hot, and ground. That's it. It's weird, right? So it makes you really think of like how this stuff works, but it's a lot different. Sometimes it's like I'll go to be working on something or whatever, or someone will ask me a question like, how do you do this? And I'll get thinking, ship-wise, like, oh wait, no, that's wrong. Because if you try doing that here, right, you're probably going to burn something down or get hurt. It's completely different. So. Guten Tag, Chris. Yeah, you didn't make it. Or, yeah, you didn't make it. Nah, you didn't miss nothing. Not really. So I'm going through, right? So basically, I started off chunk of rebar, right? Start drawing it out, getting to a nice long taper. You know, get your little leaf on the end. And then after that, start spiraling it, right? Because what I want is, so I took a bottle. Oh, and I'm gonna do that too before the stream ends too, right? So, no, I'm not smoking. I quit right before. Remember back when I had to get that surgery on my mouth? I haven't smoked ever since. All right, so I cut the bottle, right? Separated it out. So this is the top, the bottom, and I want to be able to twirl that metal and get this to sit in there, be able to hold, you know, either a votive type candle or like this one, you know, sitting in there like that. You can actually put more like a taller thin candle. This one, you know, you can even use a tea light, whatever. Can you tell a little bit more as I talk that I'm not grunting and coughing and hacking up a lung as much? So I'm going to show that here in a little bit, Wolf, of how I do the bottles. So yeah, it's all in your mind. You know, it's whenever you're ready to quit. Because like for me, I wasn't even ready to quit. And I tell you right now, you know, that night that I got my surgery done, I planned on quitting smoking. For me, right, I wanted to quit smoking once I retired, right? Once the day that I started my retirement or my terminal leave and I was no longer working for the Navy, that was my goal date. That's when I wanted to start quitting, okay? I had to go get the surgery done on my mouth prior to that, and it kind of forced my hands, right? And I ended up smoking that night, and I'm going to tell you, right, last night we got into an argument. We got into a fight. Probably the only fight that we've ever been in, right, since we've known each other. And I didn't like that at all, right? So with that being said, I still had a pack of cigarettes. I crunched them up, I threw them away, right? Because I didn't like the fact that, you know, I had hurt her with this argument that we got into, you know, and it just wasn't worth it to me, right, to continue smoking. For my health, you know, for us, and so I was willing to, you know, crunch them up, throw them away, and cold turkey. You know, I just went cold turkey. I didn't have to do anything else, and yep, no smoke. So that is going to have to open up a little bit. Alright, and what I want to do as well, alright, so, alright, this is what we got going so far, alright. That's curling up. So I still gotta get basically this coil to open up just a little bit, okay? But then the fat part down here, it is gonna have a little more of a bend. I probably should have done that to begin with. This is actually the first one I've made, so I'm still learning, right? Still doing. And I need to get this part here, about here, to bend further under. That way the glass can actually sit on it, right? And then, so it's gonna have to bend that way, and then also down, so it's more like a steak. Because if you look down the bottom, right, it goes down to a tape or a point, right? It's more like a steak. So it'll like sit out in the garden or whatever. Let me cool that leaf off a little bit so it doesn't burn, and then see if we can't get that. Try not to show my plumber's crack. I know, right? Crack is whack. I just told you I had to quit showing off my butt crack. So yeah, and I even had a vape as well, and I threw it away that same night. Right? I threw away the pack of cigarettes, and I threw away the vape, and like almost an entire full bottle of juice. Threw it all away. I didn't want nothing to do with anything that involves vaping, smoking, anything. Right? Tossed it all. So that's cool. Oh, and my cell phone holder, it works. It does need a little bit of tweaking, right? So, like I said, it's the first one that I did. There are some things that I'm gonna have to change up just a little bit, right? You know, getting it to look a little better, getting it to function a little better. Because like the arms that came down probably could have had a little bit wider gap in it, and they could have came out like a little bit further. The legs can be a little bit longer. That way it has room for the knees to come out and then back. It's a work in progress. And I want to continue making a few more of those going through. And Greg is back. It's cool. No, Gladys, what did I miss? Oh, to get mouth surgery. Yeah, get mouth surgery. You're gonna quit smoking. Gonna happen. So, all right. While we're working on getting this done, I'm gonna take this bottom. All right. Well. That's just about heated up, so let's work on this first. So I do need to open this up just a hair. Like I said, I needed some more. Tongs. To do this, but I want you to open up just a little bit. There we go. All right, there it is. So it's a little better spiral-ish, right? I know that. Like, I've always set that down. let's do that. So, because I was doing that for this one to try to get this, but since I've already done I didn't do the 90-degree bend for this cup to sit on it, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one for this style of bottle. So I'm gonna try to bring this bottom coil in a little smaller, right? Because this is obviously smaller, and then it tapers up. That way I can get a little more bends out of the top coming around. And then all I have to worry about down here is just bending it 90 to be able to use it as a stick. Alright. So let's go ahead and heat that up. Oh, gotta cool off my leaf so I don't burn it. Alright, I got what? I got plenty of time. So, what is that? Damn, we went to the dentist 12 years ago. Holy smokes. You didn't get up to the dentist, brother. Dentist is... Alright, so, like I showed this earlier, right? There's several different types of glass bottle cutters. Okay, this is just the one that I own. Okay, so you get your bottle. It has little adjustments, right? You can see it has a little ruler that's on there. You adjust it out. This goes into the neck of your bottle. So you want to be able to adjust it to this way, right? This way, in or out, given the thickness of where your cutter is. Okay, so as you can see, the cutter sits there. So if you got a bigger bottle, let's say like a wine bottle, right, you're gonna have to move this out a little bit because that bottle is bigger around. Right, so you stick that into your bottle. It has this little rest on the back, right? So, and I'll hold it like this, holding onto the bottle, and I just turn it around. Right, so it's applying pressure into the cutter and onto that rest in the back. You can just score it all the way around. Like I said, I'll go around once or twice. Okay, and then it scores it. Right. I'm actually going to do that one more time because for whatever reason, that little score that I did previously, it didn't line up, which it should have because I didn't adjust this at all. Alright, so I'll go ahead and score this one again, or score this new bottle. You go all the way around. In the process that you're working on other stuff, chit-chatting, you don't want to burn your metal either, right? I'll just come over to the end. Just get that to go around. Then I normally like the string that you can use any type of string as long as it's small, something like bigger than thread. So I have a lot of the 550 cord, and I'll take some of this 550 cord. And for one, this is gonna melt, right? It's fine. So, and just soak it in something that burns. I use lighter fluid. Try not to be next to your forge when you do this because you don't want to catch on fire. Alright. Wrap it around the bottle. It can be, fairly tight. You don't got to worry about getting it like super on top of each other right away because you can kind of scrunch it back up, right, to get it in line where you need it to be. This got tangled up on me. Since it got tangled up, I'll go ahead and cut it. Alright, so take two ends, tie them together. Doesn't have to be super tight. Alright. Like I said, there's several different ways that you can do this. I've even used the candle, just hold your bottle over a candle, the flame of a candle, to heat it up. Alright, so now I'm just going to move that down, like right next to that score mark. Okay? And then clean off your hands. Alright? Get any lighter fluid off of you. If it wants to burn. Right now, that doesn't want to burn for me. Okay, so I think it's too windy out here. Not gonna work. Okay, so I'll go through and do this later. All right, but that's what you're gonna do is you're gonna get that really hot, all right, where you scored it, and then you dunk it into the water to get it cooled off really quick, right? So you're doing basically getting really hot, then really cold, right? So things that get hot, they expand. When it gets really cold, they shrink, right? And then where it's scored, it's gonna break, and when it breaks, it's gonna leave you. So this is another one I did. You can see sometimes it'll break off, like not where you scored it, right? So all you're gonna do with that is either have like little type of glass clippers. I mean, I've even tried, with pliers, just trying to get it to break. Sometimes you do that, right? Sometimes it'll break where the score is, sometimes it won't. But you get one that is pretty clean at the score, right? Don't worry about it, Mike, because I've done it to a bunch. So I just showing you, right, that you go to try to clean it and it might do something like that. I already knew it was going to do it. So so you just try to get to score as clean as you can, okay? And then you sand it, right? You sand it down the best you can until all these little pits, right? Because you're going to start seeing like little pits. You just try to get all that cleaned up to where you can, be able to run and no one's going to get hurt or not going to get. So yeah, sometimes the nippers, sometimes like the little glass cutter or nippers for tile will work, but sometimes it still do that. Even though you're scored the bottle, it still will break off because these things are, the glass is cheap. It really is. All right. So just be aware that you might have to drink a lot of beer, or go to a friend that drinks a lot of beer and get a lot of bottles, because they don't all come out perfect. All right. They do not all come out perfect. Yeah, it's like once you score the bottle, exactly. Like once you score the bottle, you do want to try to do the cut as soon as possible. Like I've actually had, like with that string, using the string, heating it up. I've had about 50% of the bottles not break where I needed them to. Even using a candle, right? So you take a candle and you just rotate it over the score, doing that, and then dunking it down the water, or even pouring like at the sink, right? Having the water, just cold water, just coming out really, really slow, and then get it to go. I've even had those. That's actually worked out a little better for me, but I don't have that option out here, right? So I'll take these bottles back inside, and I've already got a few of them cut in the garage, right? That I'll go through, score it. As soon as I score it, I immediately heat it up. As soon as I heat it up, I immediately put it underneath cold water and then snap it. It works a little better. Yeah, the older ones definitely were a lot better. I mean, I do even have like some of the 40s, right? Some of those bigger bottles, that glass is a little thicker. I even got a couple wine bottles that I've cut, and that glass actually is really thick. Those are going to be a little bit bigger stock of metal to be able to go through, because like I said, this rebar I have is small, so I wanted to do the smaller bottle, because I would even like it to curl up. Like I said, this is the very first one that I've done. Like I've been getting all these bottles and stuff cut up and done, but this is actually the first metal piece that I'm doing. Right, so I already know, just like the cell phone holder, same thing. I'm gonna have to learn. I'm kind of learning as I go, right? Because I haven't done it yet. So if I feel that it needs more twist in it, I need to have a longer piece of metal, right? Is this something that would probably work better with mild steel? Probably. Instead of this rebar. Would it be nice to have some better bending tongs? Yeah. It would. Yes, it would. Alright, so it's just a little coil with a leaf. The bottle will sit in it. Alright, and I'll probably bend this leaf up a little more to where it's going more straight up and down with the bottle. And then I gotta bend that down for the steak. So you guys all talking about building a trap for that leprechaun. It's all just a portion of that. Was it a school project? Vice grips and a piece of pipe. Oh, for like to do the bottom part? Is that what you're talking about? Because, yeah, for this, I'm probably going to put this into the vise. To bend that bottom part. That's been and tested out. That's just mean. Is Ben our leprechaun? Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Like I said, like if I was doing a lot of these, I would actually make a jig to be able to bend the coil a lot easier. Right? I already know that. Right now, like I don't have a section of pipe that's that big. Not really. There's. Yeah, Ben probably would laugh at that. He thinks it'd be hilarious. Alright, so I got that. And then now I'm going to heat this part up here, down here at the bottom. Put this, basically this section right here into the vise. That way I can bend it. Let's just... Plans are to build a new shop someday when I grow up. I'm right there with you, hon. That's my same goal too. One of these days when I grow up, I'll build me a new shop. I know, JT, that happens to me too. Sometimes like, you'll start seeing comments of people talking about stuff, and they're like, wait, I didn't even see anything about that yet. That's what's funny too, is because like I can look on my camera, and because you know that there's a lag, right? So like on my phone, I see everything recorded like in real time. So I'm sitting here talking, and I can see my hands moving, right? And then I'm walking or whatnot, and then I'll come back to the tablet. That way I can check chat. And I'm like, wait, sometimes I gotta remember that there's a lag. It's just funny. Trying not to burn the leaves, the small bits. Keep it cooled off. You want the top part of the bottle as long as the bottle, so you can put a 16 penny down while I shift it up and down over the top of the bottle. I can give that a try with that nail trick. Every single bottle that I've cut, that I've done before, is using this, which I don't even remember the brand of this, but I bought it off Amazon many years ago, many moons ago. Oh yeah, I mean, you want to talk about fun, because it's like I said, right? The That's one of the other reasons, right? The bad news part of why I'm only going to be doing one live show a month is funding, right? Right now, I'm still waiting on funds. So my last check, from the Navy, I didn't even get. Lo and behold, like I didn't even know, because they don't tell you this, right? That the very last check, so because monthly pay for the military is broke up into two things, right? So you get paid on the 15th, and then you get paid at the end of the month, right? So March 1st should have been the rest of my pay for February, right? Because they just guesstimate of what half of your check is gonna be, and then that's what they give you on the 15th, and then at the end of the month you get your end of month pay. Well, for your very last check when you get out of the military, they hold off on that for anywhere from 30 to 60 days, and it goes into audit, right? And the reason why your check goes into audit is they're going to double check everything and make sure that you don't owe the military any money, right? Before they decide to pay you. So, because if for whatever reason, which I already know I don't owe the military nothing, but they're still going to hold that check in the audit to verify that I don't owe them nothing before they pay me, right? So I got a little over $2,000 just sitting out there waiting for me to get paid. So this last payday, I didn't get nothing. So that's gonna be part of it too, is funding, right? Which I know you guys have helped, right? You've sent me stuff. You've been awesome, right? I love this community. I love this blacksmithing community. We help each other out, and that's cool. I love you guys to death. But everyone knows too that majority of this, like when I first started doing a YouTube channel, doing all these things, it's strictly a video documentary. I can never say that word, right? Of me becoming a blacksmith, right? And now I've changed it, right? I no longer want to be just a blacksmith. Now I want to homestead. Now I want to do all this other stuff, and I want to come in and I want to do stuff for y'all. And I want to keep doing stuff for y'all and others, right? I'm sitting at, I think, 286 subscribers. That's cool. Do I want to get to 1,000? Do I want to get 5,000? Do I want to get to 100,000? You bet. I do. I want to continue to do YouTube. I want to continue to do this stuff. And it is getting to a point where me, financially, I want to be able to homestead and blacksmith full time. That is my ultimate goal. That's what I want to do. Okay? I can't do that right now because I don't get paid for YouTube. I don't sell products yet. Right? I am getting to that point where I'm going to start selling stuff. I'll start selling hammers. I'll start selling t-shirts. I'll start selling merchandise. Right? I do want to do that. That way I can do this full time. But until that time comes, all I can do is work on videos, do this one live show a month. That's why I'm kind of stepping back from that. That way I can do some of these other things that I want to do. Right? So, and we'll get there. We'll all get there together. We will all get there together. So I know that I still want to bend this a little more that way. And I want to bend it, not be in y'all's way, that way, right? Straighten her out that way. Alright, that's which way do I need to go? Alright, so now that I got that down to here, right? Basically it's gonna sit kind of like that, so you kind of see this here, but I want to leave that kind of there, so then I'm going to get it hot back right in here where kind of like the little rebar area shows, and then bend that down, because what I want to do is this little area here, I want to try to flatten that out just a little bit, and that's where I'm going to put my touch mark. What we got? I only have a couple credit cards. I don't got a lot. I do try to use cash the best that I can. At least I've gotten better at, I'll set aside how much I'm willing to spend, for play money, and I'll just pull out the cash. Once that cash is gone, then I'm done, right? There, like that. Then I can do this way. Alright. Don't set that down because you need it. You can't touch it with fire there. Now I have to do just a little bit more. So I've gotten it straight going one way, and then I turn it 90 to look, see if it's straight that way, and it's just a little off. So let me get it heated back good. We're almost done. So, and I am just a little over 2 hours. So that's fine. So I want to get this done. Appreciate you guys sticking it out. And and like I said, I got so many things cooking, right, that I want to get done, that I want to start doing some videos and stuff on, and get Miss Gladys to jump in on some of these, as long as it's not blacksmith. I mean, she loves the fact that I'm blacksmith, but she doesn't want blacksmith. Who knows, maybe we can get a couple of traditional Mexican dishes videotapes. Huh? Maybe learn how to make some tortillas. Learn how to do some of these different things, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Just remember, in a Mexican household, you don't use measuring utensils. You throw it in there, right? A little bit of flour, a little bit of salt. Like, oh yeah, that looks about right. A little bit of water. I can't do it. I have to use measuring cups. But I'm getting better. Yes, I cook. I do all this stuff. At least I try to cook. Set that there. And then it goes that way with it. Just a little bit. It looks all right. All right, so just a little curly Q, and I'll get that bottle. I'll show it. So, like I said, this is the one that does have a crack in it, right? So I'm not going to use this bottle. That's why I've been using it as a test piece. If it breaks or shatters, then it's fine. But it sits in there with a little leaf. Put a little candle in there. Alright, later baby. I'll be in a little bit. Alright, so there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and get this one cleaned up off camera. And get this one little area pounded out for my touch mark. But other than that, I'm going to call this one done. Alright, so appreciate you guys for dropping in. Seeing what we had cooking. And like I said, alright, new things come. For the good, for the better. We'll get her done. Hopefully here within the next couple months, you'll be seeing us moving. Alright, getting into our own place. Hopefully that'll be nice. Right now, the only thing I'm waiting on that is my VA disability claim to come back. That way I can go through, because I'm going to be using the VA loan and getting it done. Alright? So you can see a new shop get built, see this one get tore down, and all the good stuff. Right? Getting us moved out. So definitely appreciate all of y'all for coming in. And we'll see y'all next one. Alright? Love y'all. Bye.